This isn't such a bad spot to end up when you're in hiding. But Russian oligarch Sergei Pugachev is on the run from the man he used to back and bankroll, Vladimir Putin. Next month he plans to take Russia's president on in a court battle at The Hague to recover a business empire he says Putin took from him.
I am fighting using legal methods, but I know we can't expect the Russian government to use legal methods as well. They put immense pressure on me, expropriated all my assets in Russia that cost billions of dollars, and put unthinkable charges against me.
Tell me why it was that you felt that you had to get yourself and your family out of London.
This legal fight against Russia was done from London, but I was forced to leave because I got an unbelievable amount of threats. I was constantly followed. The final straw was when police found some objects that looked like explosive devices in my cars. This situation made it impossible to stay in London with my family and children.
Life's not too shabby. He's got his renovated villa plus another one in Nice, houses in London and elsewhere, and says he's down to his last $70 million. But he once headed a business empire across mining and shipbuilding worth at least $15 billion. A security company working for Russia has said that it fitted the tracking devices on his cars because it was feared he would flee the UK amid attempts to seize his assets over Russian allegations that he stole £1.1 billion from a bank that he controlled there.
At the least, that was the signal for me to leave the UK. But before the investigation is complete, it's hard to say. Maybe it was just a signal, but maybe it was something more serious.
He is now surrounded by armed guards. He notes that other Russian business leaders who've fallen foul of Putin, Boris Berezovsky, who was found hanged 2 years ago in England, or Mikhail Gordakovsky, who was jailed for a decade, have not fared too well. Lawyers for the Russian agency accusing him said, "So far as the DIA is concerned, this is simply a tactic by Mr. Pugachev to divert attention away from the real issue, which is his decision to flee the jurisdiction in breach of at least one court order." At the same time, the court emphasised that Mr. Pugachev's compliance with its orders have been deplorable and his evidence evasive. It also noted that it's very sceptical about the genuineness of his professed concern for his safety. This is simply the latest in a long line of breaches of the court's orders, which Mr. Pugachev has treated with disdain. Whatever the truth behind the allegations, Pugachev, his partner and their 3 children now live in luxurious fear.
Unfortunately, the Russians just seem to think that they can act how they like in Britain, and they have got away with a lot. So we've seen lots of Russians murdered in Britain, and I know about kidnap stories, so no, I don't feel very safe.
Putin is often described as playing chess while his opponents are stuck on checkers. As a result, his invasion of the Crimea was successful, and his destabilization of Ukraine has continued in the face of severe international economic sanctions.
Is he a man with a vision? Does he have a strategic vision?
Of course, Putin doesn't have any strategy. Putin is quite short-sighted and a spontaneous person. He tries to push away the problem of today. This is his so-called strategy.
But he says Putin may never leave power, and so he must continue his fight from his gilded cage. Sam Kiley, Sky News, Nice.